Hi, this is Henry from Boston Manor, and we're here at Download Festival, and you're watching LSTV.
Hey guys, welcome back to Download Festival. I'm here on behalf of Leeds Student TV for the Student Music Network, and joined by Henry from Boston Manor. How you doing, mate?
Very well, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. It's coming to the end of the weekend, but really for you, your download day is just getting started, isn't it?
Beginning. It's been a long day already. I woke up at 2 a.m. and I got on a plane and flew here. I'm not really had any sleep, but I'm very excited to be here, very excited to play. And I'm going to get a couple of Red Bulls in me and I'll be good to go.
There you go, straight in at the deep end on the Avalanche stage tonight.
Yes.
You excited for that set?
Buzzing to be playing Download again, always sick. Tents are kind of great, not going to lie. We kind of like the doom and gloom a little bit, so having it nice and dark it always makes us look a bit cooler.
Yeah, it's proper loud and cavernous in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
we just saw Spirit Box, and I think that stage has to be the pick of the one for the sound quality this weekend.
Oh, brilliant,
I'd say.
that's good to hear.
Yeah, and not just that, an acoustic set tonight.
Yeah, well, I haven't even been talking about that. We probably should be pushing that a little bit more.
Well, judging by last night's turnout for Holding Absence, I say you got nothing to worry about. It was rammed.
Brilliant.
It's
That's
a
awesome.
lovely little setup. It's like there's like shipping containers sort of making up the walls of that sort of
cool.
areas, like food. There's a DJ down at the other end, and yeah, it's buzzing. So, what tracks are you gonna be playing acoustic?
No idea. Haven't even had a conversation about it. So we'll figure that one out probably as it's happening, which is all part of the fun. We don't own acoustic guitars, I don't think. So we've been in Europe touring, and yeah, we kind of just said let's kind of show up. We like to kind of mix like a little bit of electronic with the acoustic stuff when we do these sets. So I think it will be a case of kind of see what equipment they have for us, and we'll just kind of make it up. And if people want to suggest any songs, we'll do that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I like a little bit of request.
No,
stuff.
totally. And I guess some of your heavier ones and O's or whatever, do you reckon you can make those work acoustic?
I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a unique set.
Yeah.
To play twice at Download in one day is not something many bands could say. But speaking of acoustic tracks and that, you released an algorithm acoustic version as part of sort of an extension of the Desperate Times, Desperate Pleasures EP. Talk to me about how that EP sort of came about, because it does feel in a way like a collection of some of your best material in terms of...
Thank you.
You've released 3 sort of albums, but this EP was sort of another step into the unknown, it sort of felt.
Thank you very much. I mean, we took a year off, as most bands did, trying to figure stuff out. We tried to write, but it just, 2020 was crazy. I'm sure you were there. But yeah, I think when things start to kind of come back into action a bit, we'd released a record in the pandemic, and a lot of what we do is kind of very much based around our live show, and we use those tours and those sets to kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. We obviously hadn't had the benefit of that, so a big thing was kind of saying, well, let's just kind of get back in the room together and just, it doesn't have to be this big grandiose project, it doesn't have to be a record that has a theme. Let's just write some cool songs, and that EP came out of it. And thanks for saying that, but I agree. I think it is some of our more kind of condensed stuff, because we kind of knew what we liked at that point. We've been a band a while now, so we kind of have the benefit of making a few mistakes and or maybe not even mistakes, just kind of figuring out what works for us and what doesn't. And it's just full of a lot of energy, that record, because we were just excited to be back in the room together writing. And then Algorithm, it's kind of came out of me listening to a Lana Del Rey record that I loved and just wanted to make a pop song. And then we were like, this would lend itself really well acoustically, and we were kind of like figuring out, chords and stuff in the studio and on acoustics, and we were like, we should probably just record this as well while we're here. And
yeah, no, it's certainly got one of the most unexpectedly catchiest choruses of yours
man.
out of the newest stuff. And you saying how you sort of use your live shows as like a tester for new material stuff. When you put out Carbon Mono, I think that was just a couple weeks before like the half festival season we had last year. It's like Leeds and Slam Dunk for you, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you felt it went down there? Did that like then impact the rest of the EP, or was it sort of already written by them?
Most of that was already written, but it definitely has impacted kind of music that we've written since then. And yeah, that was just kind of, we just wanted to write a real live song that people could just go, a festival like this that people could just kind of jump around to and vent a little bit of that 2020 frustration and just have fun. We like writing heavy music as well, like I don't really consider us to be a heavy band, but we can write heavy stuff when we want to, and we just had a lot of fun with it,
Yeah, and Foxglove came out of nowhere, sort of, as well. What's the sort of vibe with that? Is this a new era? Is this just a single because it was ready to go? What's the sort of
There's more music
direction?
to come. There's more music to come. Nothing's announced yet, but it's part of a much bigger project that we have been working on for a long time, and it's not even the best song. So.
That's brilliant to know. And I'd say, having the shorter festival season that we did last year, you got a lot in the UK, especially. Download Pilot, Leeds, Slam Dunk, and now back at Download, of course, this year. What does a festival like Download mean to you as like a British band?
Yeah, it's kind of hallowed ground, really, isn't it? Like, it's kind of like for your football team, it's coming back to play a big home game. Do you know what I mean? And we're out in Europe right now doing festivals, so we're literally flying in to do this and flying back out again tonight, and it feels so a bit surreal to be flying back to your home country to play a gig.
Yeah.
But so cool. It does just feel like kind of coming home. And you know, we a big what I consider to be a big starting point of our career was the beginning of our second album campaign, which we began by opening up the main stage here, premiering Halo for the first time. So it's always had a real special place in my heart for that, and I just always look forward to them. They're always great. They're always great sets, great crowds. Like, there's just no pretension. Everyone's super cool and just excited and just loves live music.
Yeah. Do you think the novelty will ever wear off?
I hope not. I certainly hope not.
Yeah, I guess you got a good chance to like jump around lots of different stages and everything like that.
If I was going to get bored of it would have happened a long time ago, for sure.
Yeah, and you toured in February. We were down at the Leeds show at Stylus. And do you feel now, finally, after, as I think you said, the most rescheduled rock tour in the UK, according to Live Nation?
Yeah, we have that record.
Do you feel like you've finally done Glue justice? Is it like firm, right, we can move on now?
I think so, yeah. I think so, and yeah, it's a good question, actually. I never really thought about it, but I definitely think so. I mean, we've done 2 US tours as well since the pandemic, and you know, people have had their chance to hear those songs. We're not like we're going to take them out of our set list anytime soon or anything, but it does feel, we're always kind of thinking about the next thing, so I never like to linger. You know, I'm always thinking 2 years ahead of time. Like right now my brain's on 2024, but I think there's no use in looking back, but at the same time, I think I know what I love about that record and what I don't, in a way, and I feel sort of excited about the future.
Yeah, and you mentioned you've done 2 US tours. I guess for a British band, the fact that you've, since the pandemic, done 2 US tours and are currently on a Europe tour and actually just stopping off at Download, that kind of says a lot in itself about how like all over the world Boston Manor is going. I know you've toured a lot with Movements. Talk to me about how like your relationship with them is and how that sort of, I guess, grown over the years. And is it nice to have like, you know, familiar faces on a tour?
Oh, totally. I mean, they're the boys, like the lovely lads. We met them first time at Warped Tour in 2017, which was just an experience in of itself, and then they took us out for a mammoth, their like big headline tour in the US, which we did, and now we got to kind of repay the favour, which is great. And we actually have another tour planned together, which is exciting for next year. So just great people, a great band that we respect a lot, and just, you know, love being around. You know, we're lucky enough to have met so many incredible people on this crazy journey, and you're right, it's just really nice being able to kind of start a tour already being best friends with people. We're lucky in that respect, for sure. But they're brilliant, and I've got a lot of love for those people.
Thanks for your time, Henry.
Thank you as well. Cheers.
Look forward to your set tonight. And Foxglove and much more is out now and very soon.